Erik Ten Hag loves Manchester United wonderkid Kobbie Mainoo and won't send him out on loan. Kobbie Mainoo is set to remain at Manchester United this season because Erik Ten Hag is said to love him to madness, according to reports. The 18-year-old's made just 3 senior appearances for the Red Devils, but he was in line for selection at the end of last season, only to be ruled out of the run-in with injury. The Stockport-born midfielder was part of the 2022 Fahrenheit Youth Cup winning side alongside Alejandro Garnacho, and he won the Jimmy Murphy Young Player of the Year award last season. United have signed Mason Mount already this summer to bolster their midfield, and Erik Ten Hag is also keen on Sofyan Amrabat. But the Athletic say United have no plans to send Mainoo out on loan next season as Ten Hag loves him to madness. The Dutchman is said to have been taken aback by the midfielder's maturity and feels he's ready to play a part for the first team. While that's likely to look like minutes in the Carabao Cup and FA Cup, Ten Hag clearly feels Mainoo is too good to send out on loan. The likes of Fred and Scott McTominay could leave Old Trafford this summer in order to raise funds to sign a striker. That would open up a spot in United's squad for Mainoo, and he's considered to be ahead of fellow youngster Hannibal Mejbri in the pecking order. In other news, Harry Maguire's X-rated man spat, targeted by poisonous teammate and captaincy axe. It's been anything but plain sailing for Harry Maguire since the England star cruised into Manchester United as the world's most expensive defender back in 2019. After making a positive start under Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, Maguire has become a maligned figure at Old Trafford over the past 2 years following an alarming drop-off in form. And after losing his spot in the first team shortly after the arrival of Erik Ten Hag last summer, the 30-year-old's miserable spell has now culminated in him being stripped of the Manchester United captaincy. After a string of chastening experiences, a move away could be beneficial for Maguire ahead of Euro 2024. Maguire is still a regular for England, but his long-term future at club level is now far from certain. While Maguire has been reluctant to entertain the idea of moving on from the club, this latest setback could finally persuade him to seek a fresh start after a string of previous issues. Poisonous teammate claim: Maguire has endured his fair share of turmoil away from the public eye, too. In the wake of his disappointing performances, Maguire has been heavily criticized by fans and pundits alike, particularly during the interim reign of Ralf Rangnick. There were even reports claiming that his own teammates were privately questioning Rangnick's decision to persevere with the beleaguered defender back in March 2022. That report and the subsequent decision to start Maguire in the Manchester Derby had a poisonous effect on an already fractured dressing room. It was revealed at the end of the season that the majority of players believed they knew who was responsible for the chastening claims against Maguire, who knew he would have a new manager to impress in the form of Ten Hag. Captaincy latest. Unfortunately for Maguire, things have gone from bad to worse since the arrival of Ten Hag. The centre-back lost his place in the Manchester United XI in the early weeks of the Dutchman's premiership following heavy defeats against Brighton and Brentford. He failed to reclaim a first-team berth during the second half of the 2022-23 campaign, with Luke Shaw, a left-back by trade, even selected ahead of him at times. Following months of speculation, Maguire then announced on Sunday that he had been informed that he would not be continuing in his role as club captain ahead of the new season. It now remains to be seen what the future will hold for Maguire, who has previously been determined to fight for his future at Old Trafford. There's every chance that stance could soften in the coming weeks after his latest setback, particularly in the wake of reported interest from some of the Red Devils' Premier League rivals. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to smash the like button and make sure to subscribe to Man United Hub to get all the latest updates.